wí, gbogbo rẹ̀ ló ti ní iṣẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ tí Jésù wá sọ, gbogbo rẹ̀ ló fara hàn. Àwọn ọ̀nà ayé, wọ́n rí báyé gbogbo wa, orílẹ̀-èdè ń dìde sí ìràwọ̀ ogun àtọ̀tẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ogun nílé, ogun lóko, ìrọ̀lẹ́ ayé yìí ló pọ̀jù, nígbà wí tètè máa bọ̀. Oníláyé àtijọ́, ohun gbogbo ń lọ déédé. Òjò ń rọ̀ lásìkò rẹ̀, ọ̀run ń yọ lásìkò rẹ̀, òpá ń yọ lásìkò rẹ̀, ọyẹ́ ń mú lásìkò rẹ̀, jáde lásìkò rẹ̀, àgbàdo ń jáde lásìkò rẹ̀. Iná òfurufú, ohun gbogbo ń lọ déédé. Ọ̀làjú gbọdọ̀ ló wáyé jẹ́, ọgbọ́n ń sọ lórí ìwà, olúwa ló ń kọjú. Gbogbo tó ní lọ́kọ̀, ayé ìwà fúnra, ẹni kò mọ̀ wíwá sọ́lùwà ọ̀, ìwà àyàmọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀. Gbogbo tó ní lọ́kọ̀, ayé ìwà fúnra, ẹni kò mọ̀ wíwá sí bàbá ọ̀, ìwà àyàmọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀. Ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ayé, ẹ̀yin àyànfẹ́ olúwa gbogbo, ẹ jẹ́ ká parapọ̀. Olùpìwàdà ló ń tọrọ, Olúwa ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀, olùpìwàdà ló ń tọrọ, tábẹ̀dẹ̀ fún dáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wa, aláàánú lolúwa o. Amúnà tètè máa bọ̀ wá, amúnà tètè máa bọ̀ wá. Ayé máa ń yọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń borí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lójoojúmọ́, ayé máa ń jẹ́ kiri kọ́. Amúnà tètè máa bọ̀, amúnà tètè bọ̀, amúnà tètè bọ̀. Ayé máa ń yọ amúnà tètè bọ̀. Ayé dàrú amúnà tètè bọ̀. Ará ẹ̀jẹ̀ rántí ìgbà ayé mi wá, ìgbà gbàgbọ́ gbogbo omi tó kọjá o, olówó ayé ń wí, wọ́n ní irọ́ nínú à ń pa, tálíkà ń sọ tí rẹ̀ o, wọ́n ní gbọ́lódé tí ó ń bọ̀ wá, aláìjìyàn rárá, ìṣe nínú ayé síwájú. Aláìbìkítà o, ọmọ Ọlọ́run ò wẹ̀yìn wò, pẹ̀lú ìrànlọ́wọ́ Olúwa, ọkọ̀ Olúwa parí, ẹranko wọlé, èèrà wọnú ọkọ̀, àwọn ẹyẹ ojú ọ̀run gbogbo wọn ló sáré wọlé, ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ṣe yọ bùtó, síbẹ̀ ó ráyè wọlé, níbẹ̀ lára ọmọ ènìyàn tó ń jẹ tí wọ́n mú, ewúrẹ́ ti já láì gbọ́ràn tó, tí a lọ sáré wọlé, níbẹ̀ lára ọmọ ènìyàn tó ń sọ pé rọ́ọ̀ ni. Wọ́n gbọ́ ọmọ jáde, wọ́n ń ṣègbéyàwó kiri, wọn ò bẹ̀rù òfin Olúwa ọba wa, gbogbo wọn ló ń jayé. Bó ti rí nígbà yẹn nù à, ó ń bẹ nísìnyí o. Bó ti rí nígbà yẹn nù à, ó ń bẹ nísìnyí o. Ọ̀pọ̀ ló ń ti ní ìsọ wípé Jésù ò ní dé mọ́ o. Amúnà tètè máa bọ̀, amúnà tètè bọ̀. Ayé bàjẹ́ o, ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gorí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lójoojúmọ́, ayé máa jọ bíríkó. Amúnà tètè, amúnà tètè wá, amúnà tètè wá o, amúnà tètè bọ̀. Ayé bàjẹ́ o, amúnà tètè bọ̀. Ayé dàrú o, amúnà tètè bọ̀. Àrètí ẹ̀ o bàbá. Ẹranko gbogbo wọlé tán, àtẹ̀yẹ ojú ọ̀run, wọ́n á pẹ̀lú ìdílé rẹ̀ o, wọ́n á fojú ìjẹ mímu. Nígbà tí iṣẹ́ parí tán, níwọ̀n bá wọnú ọkọ̀, wọ́n wọnú ọkọ̀ lọ́tàrà pẹ̀lú ènìyàn méje. Ènìyàn méje òun, ìdílé inú ẹ̀ ní gbogbo wọn. Nígbà tí wọ́n wọlé tán, ọ̀gá ògo tilẹ̀kùn, ọ̀gá wọn aláìgbọràn láti gbàdájọ́ wọn. Ó ti rí nígbà yẹn nù à, ó ń bẹ ní sí. Aráyé ń parọ́ títí, wọ́n sọ pé kò sí Jésù, wọ́n ní kò sólùgbàlà kankan. Wọ́n láyé ò ní parẹ́, wọ́n lóhun tá a bá jẹ láyé, òun la ó mú lọ sọ́run. ọkọ̀ ló tilẹ̀ ní kò sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní bàbá kú ó parí o. àmọ́nà tètè máa bọ̀ àmọ́nà tètè máa bọ̀ wá. wá sílé ayé o àmọ́nà tètè máa bọ̀ o. wọ́n táyé èso àmọ́nà tètè máa bọ̀ o. kí wọ́n lè gbàgbọ́ pé wọ́n nìkan lolùgbàlà o. káyé lè gbàgbọ́ pé wọ́n lọ́ba tó ń gbani. àmọ́nà tètè máa bọ̀ àmọ́nà tètè máa bọ̀ wá. ayé ń dànù ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gorí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lójoojúmọ́ ayé máa jọ kiri polo. àmọ́nà tètè àmọ́nà o. àmọ́nà tètè wá o. àmọ́nà tètè wá. àmọ́nà tètè wá o. àmọ́nà tètè wá. torí pé ayé bàjẹ́ o. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. You can hear me. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining in tonight. First and foremost, I want to acknowledge God. Giving Him thanks is paramount, is important, is essential, because we have to acknowledge Him for giving us the grace to be alive, and not just being alive just like that, but we are healthy, we are here. Once there is life, there is hope. That means we have hope. Thank you for joining. This is Olu Abi or Abid Busi, depending on wherever you are watching from. As our usual stuff that we meet every Thursday by God's grace. So I want to make a quick announcement. I hope you don't mind. Every Monday by 2 p.m., which is American time, and 7 p.m. Nigerian time, we will be having our advertisements. That is, if you have anything you want to advertise, you are free to call in to advertise. And while the program is going on, under the video, as in the comment section, you can even post your adverts. I know every Monday in the group, we post advertisements every Monday, but for the benefit of those that are not in the group, so you can come and join the video at 2 p.m. and post your adverts. Whatever you are doing, whatever business, whatever you are selling, whatever you want us to know about and you want to be patronized, just come and post it and let everybody see it. And then you let them know how they can reach you. Maybe by putting your number, or by putting the address or the venue or the store number or your office number, whatever. And mind you, please, everyone, if you are going to patronize anybody, make sure you do your diligent work. Mine is to come here and tell people to come advertise their goods, but alibani washe akibani she, so to say, ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà. Yes, ma. Yes, I said every Monday. On Monday, there will be advertisements. That is every Monday, 2 p.m. American Eastern Time and 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Very soon, there will be a change in time, but I will let you know. As in, here, it will not affect your time in Nigeria, but they normally change our time here every 6 months. So I think the next one is going to be first week in November or something. I've forgotten. But once I'm able to get a clear picture, I will let you know. So presently, because we are in the eastern side of
So that's why we our time is Eastern time, and which is 5 hours difference with Nigeria. But by the time it's the time changes, which is November, is going to be 6 hours. So some parts of America is 7 hours to Nigeria already, and some parts of America is already 6 hours, depending on wherever your people are. But presently, Eastern time is 5 hours. It's going to change to 6 hours. So every Monday, as I said, we'll be having our advertisements. If you have anything to sell, let us know what you do. Let us know what you sell, what you're selling, and you want people to patronize you. You never know. You can't tell. Anybody can see whatever you're doing, and they might like it and be interested in it, and then they will just, before you know it, and that is it. Then another advert that another information that I'm trying to pass. I know I do give away every month, every Thursday, but please, if you want to be getting the giveaway, if you join and you just join, bust yourself in so that we can see you, and you dash away and you come back at the end of the program, you might not be picked, because now we are looking at who really watched. If you do not watch, you won't be able to get. At least you must watch 80% of the program before we can give you a giveaway. It's small, but he's not going to just one person, and we have been doing it every week for a while now. So that is why, even if it is thorough, if it is a dime, it's still something. So that is it. So as we are now, please endeavor to connect with your people, share with people, post on your page, and let people join us. Let them know what we are doing today. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you once again for joining. Let me acknowledge people. Tenibi Ajioluwa, you were on point last week also. You were the first person. Today again, Olushola Leosho Arowo Mutin, thank you very much. And Adinola, thank you, my sister. Bolanle Ogunbanjo Tamunokumbia, thank you. Folake Deborah Shobowale, thank you. Olafunmilayo Baisi, thank you. Thank you so very much. Kí fẹ́ èdè ẹ̀gbá kí ẹ, ó ṣé gan ni ọ̀rẹ́. Ó ṣé o. Fabayo Uthman, thank you. God bless you. Olúwa ló rán mi wá, Olúbùnmi, thank you, my sister. Thank you, God bless you. Thank you. Who else am I seeing? David Ayela Bola, thank you. Adedoja, moi, c'est moi. Okay, thank you, mommy. Adebola Taiwo, thank you very much, ma. Oluwabunmi B. Shobowale Egberi, thank you. Adeniyi Bumi Odu, thank you. Adeyinka Ronke Oredeyin, I saw your picture a while ago. It was so pretty. You're looking so beautiful. Thank you for joining. Folashade Makinde Akintola Ọ̀rẹ́ o ṣé o, God bless. Adepeju Ọláìgbé Adeyinka, thank you. Kenny Onífádé Ọ̀ṣíbẹ̀lúwò, thank you. Sylvia Ayorinde, God bless you. Dúpẹ́ Búsàrí Oyè Níran, ìyá wa ẹ ṣé o, Adúpẹ́, God bless you. Ẹ ṣé, thanks for joining. Samson Fowówẹ̀, God bless you. Thank you so very much. Who else? I hope I have mentioned nearly everybody's name. Olúfẹ́mi Daniel. Àròjù yìí ta lady. Thank you for joining. God bless you. So, as I said the other time, I said I sell fabrics, though I have been doing this for like over 20 years now. But I have not been really coming out to say or to talk so much about it. I make dresses and I sell both sewn ones and the one they have not made. So in case you have both here in the US or in Nigeria, it will be delivered to you if you're in Nigeria, and it will also be delivered to you if you are in the US. Thank you so very much. Adebowale Ademola Aderomu, Thank you, Omoade. So things like these, very simple dresses. I'm not a paparazzi person. I might not be able to, and if you have a particular style you want to make, you can send a picture of the style, and or if you have a particular fabric you want, there, both male and female. And the funniest thing is, most of the male clothing, I will not lie to you, I ship them from here down to Nigeria to make it, then bring them back here. So most times, most of the men's clothing are always, especially the ones they are going to get here, they were bought here, brought down to Nigeria to be made, and then because I don't make for men, so that is it. Thank you. Patronize me, Sylvia Yorinde. Thank you, ma. Thank you for joining, everybody. God bless you. There's no how we cannot do. I mean, we have to do some adverts also. At least if no one sponsor around me, nobody is sponsoring me, so I have to polówó ọjà mi. They will say, oh, ẹ jẹ́ lọ sí yàrá òkè ká lọ ṣe polówó ọjà. So ìpolówó ọjà tèmi náà rèé o. So anything you want to buy, lace ni Ankara, yebe, are everywhere. So let us know what you want. We'll get it and deliver it at your doorstep. Thank you so very much. God bless you. So today I'm going to talk about betrayal. Betrayal. Betrayal is an act of deliberate disloyalty. Deliberate disloyalty. Àmọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ṣe ni. So like when your friend told you or other people, and then so maybe they told you something to like a secret, and then you now decide to go into the open and tell everybody, or to tell one person. I'm not talking about somebody that have gossiped with you about somebody else. No. Like I have my own personal stuff I'm going through, and I call you maybe as a friend, as a pastor, as whoever, and I decide to tell you my secrets, and then you decide to go into the open to be CNN and tell everybody. So that is why we call it betrayal. So the act of you, being deliberate about being disloyal or about your disloyalty. That is it. So it has to do with destroying someone's trust. For someone to have told you about their secrets, the person must have trusted you so well. So for you to now go out and tell the secret into the open, that is a very bad character. Fine. At times, we even lie about it. Maybe the person have told you one thing, you go and exaggerate. Any act of exaggeration is lie. Iro is iro. So most times, people that are betraying other people, most of them are always lying. You understand what I'm trying to say? So that is it. So the person who betrays people, we call them betrayer. That is Y-E-R. B-E-T-R-A-Y-E-R. Okay? But the act of doing it is being a betrayer. Being betraying somebody. Okay, now, anybody can betray anybody. Husband can betray wife. Wife can betray husband. Parents can betray their children. Children can betray parents, right? Okay. Friends can betray friends. That's in the act of friends to friends is the most important one. Because when I call you my friend and I'm going through one thing or the other, I decide to share with you. I've seen other people, I refuse to share with them. But coming to you is like, my coming to you is like me holding you in high esteem, saying you are a very good person. You are a very good person that I can rely on. But mind you, even in the holy books, if you put your trust in human, the Bible even said it's a woe unto the person. Ègbé, ègún, nífẹ̀ẹ́ni tó fi ènìyàn ẹlẹ́ran ara ṣègbékẹ̀lé ẹ̀. So you shouldn't depend on anybody. But one thing I tell people is, if you want something to be a secret, don't say it out. It's no longer a secret the moment you share it. Yes, ma. Even siblings, yes, they can betray themselves. Oga, the boss at the job, can betray Omoshe. Omoshe can betray Oga. Right? Anybody can betray. House help can betray madam. House help can betray Oga. Gatesman can betray the owner of the house or the owner of the company. So anybody can betray anybody. So that is why I say, if you have a secret, keep it. The moment you say it out, it's no longer a secret. There was once a time I was talking with somebody, and the person was saying, "Iwo tie lashiri," and I laughed. There's nobody that does not have any hidden thing or the other. But in my own case, if I want to do something, I keep it to myself. I do it. When I'm done with it, I will let you know. Fine. But if I am doing it at that particular time, I will make it to be so enclosed that nobody will know. Unless the people that are involved or that are going to be involved in it directly, those are the people I talk to that I can say they know about it. Okay, I said I do have secrets, but I don't share secrets, because once you call it a secret, I keep it a secret. It's supposed to be mine, right? Kept within me and not to be shared with anybody, right? Okay, so the moment I tell you, I should be expecting it on the CNN any moment from then. That is it. So, yes, I say anybody can betray anybody. As I said, husband can betray wives. Wives can betray husband. Let me talk briefly about husband and wife betraying each other. You don't know my secrets. I don't know your secrets. We met. We were both raised by different families, different backgrounds, even at times different culture, differently. And now I decided to share my past with you. Oh, as a woman, I have done this, I have done that. I have walked on this path. I have walked on that path. And you, as my husband, you have shared one or two secrets too. Oh, I did this while I was young. I did that while I was young. Now, maybe we now have a rift, an issue, and you decide to blow it in the open. Or maybe something is going on, like a woman that I've told the husband that she had removed her terminated pregnancies like once or twice or few times. And you now say, it's a big deal. There's no big deal there. The Lord directed me to marry you. Don't worry. At least, after all, you can get pregnant. That's a good thing. No big deal. No big deal. You will have my own for me. Maybe there's a challenge. The children are not forthcoming on time. Then one day you just say, what am I going to do? Just like that. And before this person could confide in you, she have seen that, okay, as my husband, I should be able to tell you everything. My dear sisters and brothers, if you like, you quote me. If you like, don't quote me. If you have 100 secrets, the man you want to marry, just relate 20 to him. Yes. I say 20. Yes. By the time you get married, and anyone you see that is going to affect you in the marriage, tell him, right? So by the time you get married, tell him 30 more and keep the remaining 50. As years goes by, you will know if you are to say the remaining 50 or not. But as for me, I have been betrayed once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Not even in the aspect of marriage alone, in so many ways. So, before I will tell you my deep down secrets, it go tell, it go far. So that is it. And it's not good to learn in the hard way. Because at times, when those secrets are in the open, you might never be the same again. Things might never be the same again. So that is it. Yes, my sister, Kenny Onifade, she said, there is really no one to trust anymore. Yes. Trust God. Just God. I will tell you one secret, right? When I was growing, I was just telling somebody yesterday that when I was growing up, if you tell me something now, there's this thing that will be I don't, excuse me, I don't know how it does in my stomach, like a butterfly. It will just be going up and down. It will be doing me as if I should just say it until I say it. So once I say it, I'll be calm. Then the next 10 minutes, I might now be regretting and say, Mama, this is so. This thing kept on going and going like that. So sometime later, the father that raised me wasn't my biological father. It was my aunt's husband. And the man was full of wisdom. Tí wọ́n bá sọ pé àgbà tó ní òye, the baba was full of wisdom. So he hailed from Abeokuta. So many times the baba will call me and say, o mama sọ̀rọ̀ tó, o lè kẹ́nu ẹni jánu. Ẹ̀kọ́ máa ti sọ̀rọ̀ fún ẹni fara àbí ìdí adìyẹ ó ti láǹkà kiri. Hey! So this thing was always on me. When I get into the room, they'll be quiet. Àmọ́ ìta máa sọ lẹ́sìn tó máa lá máa káàkiri. Gbogbo ayé rẹ̀ máa gbọ́. So I was like, is it that bad? So when they kill chicken, they'll say, ẹ má fún ní ìdí adìyẹ o, olófòfó ni. Hey. So it was then I now started curbing myself. Gradually. I read a book while I was in school. This Aladeu Wogegere. So they say, if you have anything bothering you and you feel like saying it out, but this might cause trouble, just go to your room and whisper to yourself, as if you're talking to yourself. So I started doing these things. I'll go to my room. I'll not be talking as if I'm talking to God. God, I don't want to tell anybody, you know, this thing and this thing. So when I come out, I'll be calm. It will be as if I have leaked the secret to somebody. Whereas nobody in the room, I'll be the only one. At times, I will even be whispering. I won't say it out. And that was how I was cautioning myself gradually. When I got pregnant with my first daughter, my ex would say, "Ma sọ fẹ́ni kankan." I didn't even know I was pregnant because I didn't feel it. I was expecting to vomit. I was expecting to be falling sick and to be, sleepy. Nothing was happening. So I would say, I don't think there was something there. Who knows why God did it that way? Maybe I would have told who I was not supposed to tell. So by the time I knew I was really pregnant, I was like 4 months gone. So I started keeping it to myself that I was not going to share with anybody until people started seeing it. You cannot hide it forever, and that is it. And I decided not to share the month or how far I have gone with anybody. So I kept it within myself till I put to bed. Likewise, when I had my twins, I remember when I was going to do the scan, my aunt was there. She was now asking, before we came out, my ex now said, "Pass of anybody, pay Beijing." I kept it with myself. The thing was paining me that this one was huge, and my aunt was a twin. So I wanted to like share a good news with her, but I had to keep it to myself that I wasn't gonna say it to anybody. So I kept it till I delivered the babies. That is it. So yes, you do that. You go to your wardrobe to cry, to talk, and to... That is it. Keep it. You'll be more calm. Rather than going out to tell somebody who will sell your story. They will even make it headline. See all these celebrities, the way they are betraying themselves. A lot is going on. So when husband and wife does that, when they can do that, a woman that you are climbing her, a woman you have been sleeping with, a woman that is having children for you, you still go about to narrate her, to share the secrets she have kept in your hand. That is one of the highest style of betrayal. To me, I don't fancy it. When siblings do some things, they can keep it within themselves. But there are some things that are not supposed to be kept. Yes, there are some things that are not supposed to be kept. I remember when we were growing up, a girl got pregnant, told her sister, and said she should not tell anybody. She was taking pills, orishi. She was dying, bleeding. The mother was asking, kilo shele, what happened? The sister kept it because the other one said she should not tell anybody. Until they got to the hospital, things has escalated. It was too far. She has gone too far. And that was it. They lost her. The mother said she will never forgive the other sibling for keeping such. So there are some things when you see it's going to affect you negatively or it's going to affect your sister negatively, fine, you can say it. And you as a parent, if they come to you and say my sister or my brother have done this, don't just go and confront the person and say, your brother just came to me now and told me you did this, you did that. No. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. So what you need to do, apply wisdom. Ask God to help you. Apply wisdom. So that you say, you can't go straight or directly to the child. But you go away. You can say you dreamt. You can say, something is going on. But not that you now be talking in the presence of that one and you call the other one. They will know. That's where you are creating enmity between both of them. And that's one we never trust you. We never trust is our sibling again. So you will apply wisdom. You won't call the other party. You will go and talk to the child and say, what is going on? That's what is going on. Excuse me. Someone is calling me. I don't know if the person is outside. Sorry, text me. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So that is it. You will apply wisdom. Even if it is beyond you, if it is something that is so big. I learned about somebody that was talking about his brother being in secret cult and they were in the same university. She came home and reported the brother. And the parents were praying and praying and praying. Asked the girl to go back to school without telling the brother that she came home. The third day, the two parents went to the school and told the boy that there was a revelation that they needed to see him at home. They took him home, talked to him, as if they saw the vision. And because he's a child that has always known God, so when they now confronted him, he owned to it. He admitted that he was in court, that if he did not, there will be issues, there will be problem. So, and that was it. They were able to solve it. I don't know how they solved it, but because the sister came and reported the brother, so that is it. My dear sisters and brother, be very careful. So when it comes to that, be very careful. If your wife tells you something, you don't go to your in-laws, you don't go to your own family and report her or to make jest of her. Some will even be using the issue to cite examples. That's an act of betrayal. And they will even know who you are talking about. They will know. Be very careful. Problems between siblings are mostly caused by parents. Yes, I say it. Yes, they are mostly caused by parents. So be very careful. I'm sorry, the person is outside, so I have to. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry about that. So most of the issues, especially when one child is doing well, the other one is not coming forth. You can even be using that one to spite the other one. Àbúrò ẹ nìyẹn, ó mọ̀wé, ìwọ lódo. Hey! Especially if that child have done one thing and they now come to you and say, oh, my brother is doing this. Ìyẹn nìkan ló mọ̀ ṣe. Àfi kó ṣe kíní kan, àfi kó ṣe kó má ṣe kíní kan ló. You are creating enmity. And if there's no bond between your children while you are alive, ẹ̀yin onítọ̀hún, when the person is gone, it will be worse. So that is why the second generation will not even be able to stand themselves. I have seen siblings, Tomaja, they fight. Oh God, the rivalry was just too much that they could even kill themselves. We have seen it. We have seen them. So be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. So, in the aspect of Oga to Omoshe, your boss is doing this. Your boss is doing that. Maybe there's a way your boss is doing his business and this thing is progressing. You now go to another company to reveal what your boss... See, I tell people, do other people's job as if you are doing your own job. Because òṣùwọ̀n tá a bá fi wọ̀n fún ẹlòmíì la fi máa wọ̀n fún wọn náà padà. Whatever you use in measuring for other people is the same way they will measure for you too. So if you are always betraying people, you will be betrayed, and the time and who will betray you, oh God, will surprise you. Can even send the person to early grave because he or she won't be able to bear it. If a friend has come to you, Omoju Olorun, I've been to this, I've been to that, I have seen friends that they will take themselves to Babalawo, they will take themselves to this and that, and they will even be the one that will come and blow the secrets to everybody. They will take their friend to go and do concussion for their husband, and they will still come back to the husband. Only Babalawo tó ṣe àfẹ́ẹ̀rí fáyán òun ló ṣàrìnà kò fàdìyẹ. That is, the person that did that caused somebody's problem is the one that did the remedy for another person. You know, I don't know how to put that adage. So you've got to be very careful. If you cannot hold on to people's secrets, don't say it. There was one joke I read that day, and then there were 3 pastors. They now came together and said they wanted to be praying so that their program, the church will be growing. I think they were in the same church. So one pastor said, they now said, oh, let's tell ourselves whatever we know that can be our problems that might be hindering us from, hindering our prayers from being answered. So the first pastor said, oh, like me, every time they put offering in church, I normally put my hand, I steal church money. Hey, that means this is what we are going to pray for you, concerning you, right? Okay. The other person said, in terms of my own, nearly all the women in the church, I have slept with them. Hey, then the third pastor started crying. Then what's making you to cry? He said, my own, I cannot keep a secret. That is the problem. What we have discussed here, everybody must hear. That is it. That means it was going to betray them. And that it was just a joke anyway. But what am I trying to say? If you cannot keep people's secrets, don't just let them say it. Ṣé mo lè fàṣírí sí ẹ lọ́wọ́? No, má fi sí mi lọ́wọ́. I don't want to hear. I have a lot bothering me. I have a lot on my mind. I cannot condone it. I cannot keep other people's own or combine with my own too. So that is it. We have to be very careful. We have to be very careful. There was a coup some time ago. I think the political stuff in Nigeria. They said, see no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. They were discussing it. And that is it in the military. If they discuss it and you hear about it, you refuse to act, to report them, the person will be counted as one of them. So that is it. So you've got to be very careful. You've got to be very careful. So if somebody comes to you to keep a secret, if you cannot keep that secret before the person starts, tell the person not to go into it. Don't just delve into it. But if you can keep it, keep it. Not that you now say, some pastors, they cannot keep secrets. That they will have to tell their wives. I know husband and wife, they are the ones that should be gossiping the most, because I can tell you everything, you can tell me everything, fine. But there are people's issues that you cannot just joke with. There are people's issues that you cannot just toy with. You cannot just discuss it with anybody, because the person has confided in you and have kept it as a secret in your hand. It's like you are betraying the trust that the person has for you. It's like you killing the person. That is it. If a pastor cannot, I say it, any pastor that cannot keep secrets is not meant to be a pastor. Just be a church goer. Another joke that I saw one day, I know everybody would have seen it, when the pastor stood up and said, everybody knows I can keep secrets. I'm not the type that says anything anyhow. Sister so. Since you told me that you snatched your friend's husband, did I tell anybody? In the church, oh. Then he faced another person, said, you said you have done 7 abortions. That's why you could not have children for your husband. These were the people that came to you to confide in you as a pastor to pray for them. And then you come to the altar, you were relating their issues to everybody. Then the moment he mentioned another person, everybody just started stoning him. Because everybody must have had 1 or 2 secrets kept in his hand. So if you are a pastor, you cannot keep secrets, please come down from the pulpit and be a church goer. Forgive me, God, though. I'm not, I'm just trying to say it, because how can you be a pastor and your workers, your congregation will keep secrets in your hand, then next thing you go about, some will even be using it as example. Fine, you can cite examples. I have seen pastors who will say, oh, a church member, but they will not describe the person in such a way that everybody will say, Sister Lagbajan, it's brother so. No, you can cite examples. You want people to learn from other people's mistakes, but don't mention their names and don't even discuss it at that particular time. It might be years after the thing have happened. That is it. So if you know you have issues about talking, please don't let people keep secrets in your hands. Don't. And that is what has come to husband taking pictures of his wife's nudity and sending to girlfriend. You can imagine. That's an act of killing the woman. The girlfriend had to now. How did the girlfriend know the wife's number? How did the girlfriend see the wife's nudity, the nude pictures? She now sent it to the wife and say, if I hear you say rubbish again, your pictures will be on the internet. Me, God forgive me, I'll put that Bible beside. I will make sure I take the man while he's showering, while he's naked, while he's even making love. I will now send it to him himself. You see your life? You are going on social media. If your girlfriend posts my pictures, but only ọ̀rẹ́ mi dà mí èmi náà dà ọ̀dàlẹ̀ di méjì. It's not supposed to be like that. Hey, there are some things that will happen, you won't be able to act because you don't want to take vengeance. Even the Bible said it. The vengeance is of the Lord. So if somebody comes to you and keep a secret with you, please keep it within yourself. If you cannot keep the secret, tell the person, má sọ fún mi, I don't want to hear. That is it. When a pastor, like some denomination in the churches, I think it's Catholic, that people come to them and tell them about what they have done, maybe like telling them the sins they have committed. It will be overwhelming for the pastor self at times and say, when the pastor will now say, sister so, brother, it can be too much on them. If you cannot, nobody is forcing you. It's supposed to be God's calling. And if God calls you, all these things, the Lord would have tamed you. That you, unless na hunger call you, maybe ebi ló pa ẹ́ débẹ̀. So, if you are a real pastor, a real child of God, nobody will keep secrets with you, and you will say, I want to get back at that person, and that thing that he has kept in your hand, you will now let it loose. They said one day, a woman who adopted a child, and nobody in that area knew she adopted that child. But because she told one person, just one person, and while they had an occasion, she was sitting in front of a group that were not people in that area. When you see people in your area, how do you familiar? This person lives there, this person. Said they were now discussing. Say, I'm trying to see. They described the woman. They said she adopted that child. Nobody will know she adopted the child. And right there in front of them, she was there. The woman was mad. She knew who she told. That's an act of betrayal. Because they were trying to keep it even from the child. Till maybe when the child was going to be older than then. But for you to have now leaked the secret because she told you by herself. This is unfair. This is unfair. So, friends betrayal, pastor, in-laws. I've been betrayed though. No, so many times. There was one, let me not say it, but I just thank God. No, I just thank God. Because when you see some people, you think, oh, this person loves me so well. This person loves me so much. But when they come with their character, you'll be surprised. You will be totally surprised. So you should be very careful who you tell your secret to. Then, it's not only in the aspect of secret. Husband and wife, and you agreed on something. Your husband went behind you to do something else. Or your wife goes behind you to do something else. That's another act of this betrayal. You told your wife, I'm going abroad. When I get there, if I get papers, I'm coming to pick you. Or when I get there, I will bring you in. You go there, you go and marry someone else without letting your wife or your husband know. And before you know it, you cut off from the man or you cut off from the woman. Do you now think God will not judge? God will judge now. And the way God will fight for the other party that has been betrayed, oh God, people will even be asking you, Pekilo Letoyi. So, if you have an agreement with somebody and you go behind the person to do something and you snitched on the person, that's an act of betrayal. You are a betrayer. Yes. There was once a time they said husband and wife, no, girlfriend and boyfriend, they wanted to get married and both parties, the parents said, no, mommy. Both of them now decided and said, oh, we are going to commit suicide, we are going to kill ourselves. Is it possible? They got to the story building, I don't know what floor. They now said, oh, at the count of 3, we'll both jump down. So at the count of 3, the man just jumped. The woman stayed back. Say, die for who? They said the man did not die. The boy did not die. They now forced the girl to marry the boy. So you don't have any option. Because it was even the girl that initiated that thing. She was trying to get the man off her way so that she could go ahead and marry someone else. That's an act of betrayal. It's not supposed to be like that. If you have an agreement, go by the agreement. If you cannot go by the agreement, tell the person immediately, I cannot. That is why at times, I'm sorry to say, the Muslims, they will tell you, I can't assure you that I won't marry other women. No. Because me, lolong we. But you say, I only gbagbo ni me, I cannot do that. But you went and had a side chick who you gave your wife's nude picture to. Your wife traveled abroad to have a baby. And a side chick was calling your wife saying, Shebi wolobi motie, okotie nike mi ma sheyun bi. That your husband said I should remove my own pregnancy and you are there in America to deliver your own child. Hey? How did the girl know that the wife was in America? How did the girl know that the wife was pregnant? So she mentioned the other children the lady had. Abi a woman that will go and tell boyfriend outside, he normally come around 6. By 7, he will be at the gate Just tell your boys to be at the gate. Once he's at the gate, eliminate him. Your husband that paid your bride price. Even if he did not pay, at least now they stay together as husband and wife. Huh? No, it's not supposed to be like that. What goes around comes about. That is it. We come back to you. I have seen a woman, when they said the woman and the husband they were doing IK, they were doing Odu stuff in America, and then the man was repatriated because the woman had a small child, so they left her. So I think later there was an issue. The woman got money, she cut off from the man. She stopped talking to the man. She stopped picking the man's calls and everything. So she stopped talking to the man. She had a lawsuit. I don't know what happened. They said she had so much money from the lawsuit. And she went and carried a young guy, alleged to sue. My dear sisters and brothers, within a year, the boy squandered the money, systematically collected the money from the woman and absconded. What goes around comes about. The man started his life back in Nigeria. Why should you betray somebody? If you cannot cope, let the person know. I can't cope. This cannot happen. Yes. It's not only women. Some men too. Yes. Sylvia Ayorinde says some men's mouth. No fit keep mouth. They talk too much. Especially when they are on top of what they are enjoying. Eating or doing the other stuff. They can promise you heaven and earth. They can even tell you they can buy you as rock. Because of what they want to achieve at that particular time. Forgetting that òṣùwọ̀n tá a fi wọ̀n fún ìyáálé náà máa fi wọ̀n fún wọn náà, the same way that they treated the other one, that's how they are going to treat you later. I have seen a woman telling me that because we didn't want anybody to know that he chased his wife because of me, so we have to wait for 2 or 3 years before we get married. And I remember that day I was asking, why don't you are pretty now? Why don't you look for another man? Say, man, no for me. Oh, she got this and that. They got married. In the space of 5 years, the man saw another woman. She be the woman. They gave the other woman notice. The two families sat down. In her own case, they gave her a day notice to pack her stuff and leave. That is it. Ohun tó bá ṣe, ohun ló máa gbà. How can they keep secret in your hand and then you go and leak it? Someone says, this is where I work. I don't have papers, so but somebody gave me papers. I'm using it to work. You too, come and join us. You can make hours. You got your own paper and you went and reported the person. That's any only way. Do you think they are going to give you a salary? No. Even if you do 2 people's job, they won't pay you 2 people's money. Oshé for fun. Why? Why are we always that bad? But when you didn't have your own papers too, you were working there. Things were going fine. All in the name of maybe one rift or the other, you have issues with each other. Then the next thing was to kill the person, because that was an act of killing. Yeah. I'm not talking about people that were squandering people or 419 people, like duping them or defrauding them, making people to cry. No, that's not what I'm saying. I have worked somewhere that I told the person, look for another person to join me, because this hours was just too much for me alone, and you didn't want somebody else. You wanted a Nigerian. I said, fine. I'll be on the lookout. And you too, anyone you see. And eventually you called me. Oh, I've seen a Nigerian. That's good. With tribal marks. And within a month, I didn't know what I did. I didn't know nothing. They just called me and told me to pack my stuff and don't come there anymore. Right? Just like that. That day I stood there, I was looking. Do you mean it for real? The girl could not look at my face because that day she was crying. I didn't know what happened. Before, previous day, she was crying. When I got there in the morning again, what happened to you? Why are you crying now? She said nothing. Until when they now told me that I should pack my stuff and leave. I said, oh, this was the reason why you were crying since yesterday. You should have told me now. She said, I don't want you to go. You don't want me to go. But now your people are telling me to go. If you don't have a hand in it. So the way the lady smiled, she laughed and did like this. I laughed. I called her. I remember I said, Madam, ọ̀rọ̀ yín dàbí ẹni tó ní kán wá jẹun, tó ní kó wá jẹun tó dini lọ́wọ́ mú. They asked me if I really wanted to drop those hours so that you could have hours. I said yes. I was ready to share the hours with you. You even chose the days you wanted. But all of a sudden, they're asking me to go. I don't have a hand in it though. I said, I didn't ask you if you did or not. I said, we all flew from overseas, from Nigeria to here, to come and look for money to feed, to eat. I said, if you have done me well, the Lord will judge. If you have done me well on the other side, the Lord will judge. And I left. They said exactly 40 days after I left, the police came to chase her away. I don't know what happened, and I didn't ask. I said, thank God I left honorably. Abi, I asked you, what should you be by? Come and live a better life here. You got here, and you made sure they chased me out of my job. It doesn't stop me from doing good though, because I could not count so many blessings the Lord has blessed me with. Ẹni tó bẹ́gi lójú, igi arúwé. The Lord did it over and over and over again. If you are a betrayer, you will reap what you sow. This thing has been on my mind for like 4 years. That I said one day I'll be able to say it openly. But as it is coming now, I didn't even have all those ones on my mind when I put up all the things I wrote down. I'm not even going into it. This is just coming from my head. Because it kept on, everything kept on coming and coming and coming. You have to be very careful. Whatever you sow, you reap. You say because you want to have congregation as a pastor, you went and lied about your own pastor, about the church you're attending, so that you can have half of his congregation to think kojo tipe tipe. It's like a candle. It will blow and melt away. But by the time it melts, karma. You are a worker somewhere. You want to open your company. You went and be telling everybody in the company to snitch on their organ and follow you. The way they have followed you, that's the way they are going to follow another person out. That is just it. I remember when my mom had stroke, I employed somebody to help me to take care of the person. I asked the person how much she was making from what she was selling. She told me categorically that in a month, hardly was she making 5,000 to 7,000. I said I will give you 25,000. Please help me. I had somebody who was taking care of my kids, and she to take care of my mom alone and my dad. She said, 50 ni magba. I said, 50? Emi gan ni 50. And the exchange rate wasn't this bad. Eventually, she agreed. So, in the morning, I made sure that when they take my kids to school, the driver will bring you with the car so that you won't spend money for transport. It's only in the evening time that you will spend money. And some days, I will even tell you if you can try to cook early, like Friday, so that when they are going to pick the children, you follow them so that you don't spend transport fare again. And the children will be able to cope for the weekend. Because I made it so easy for you. You will now sit down and be talking. 8 p.m. I will call. The children will be saying, I'm washing grandma's clothes, the one she used today. I say, what about the person I employed? She's talking with grandpa. Did I call you to come and do family meeting with grandpa? I called you to help. I will now say, okay, give the phone to my mom. My mom will say, ebi pa mi. Hey, see, jẹun. Have not eaten. When last did you eat? There be 12 lọ́sàn, 8 p.m. Why? And she wasn't eating that much, small food. You will now be telling my children, Yanyi, that she's over there. The job she's doing, is she not earning money there? She's now giving me a token. I said a token. In 25,000. In 2013. You will eat morning and afternoon, evening food. Oh. Hey! You will now be sending my children to me, calling them names. You will tell them to come and wash clothes. When they finish, the children that will come at 5:30 to wash clothes till 8 p.m. After that, you now tell them, Log be atayen, kolo lo. Abba, mi to omo be. I said, okay, if that is how you want to do it, you can leave. I paid her and she left. You know what she did? The therapist that was coming to do therapy for my mom, she went to their hospital and told the woman not to do therapy for my mom again. The house help that was helping the children, she told the lady to leave. The lady did not leave because the lady had been with me for a while. That one had to call and ask me who she was. What did I do to you? Calling my mom names. When your daughter was making money, you didn't call us to come and share. Now you have turned to vegetable, you are calling us to come and pack shit. Yes. This thing that I'm talking about, each time I remember, it brings tears to my eyes. Because this woman nurtured me, nurtured my children. She did not wait to eat the fruit of her labor. Anything can happen to anybody at any time, at any point in life. But do you have to make jest? Do you have to snitch on the person? Do you have to call her names? My friend will go, I make things easy for her. I will call my friend, this weekend, make stew. Help me. Go and give to my people. She will get there. You say, hello, don't go, come and feed her. I don't have time. Abba. And you want me to see you and embrace you, so possible? No, it's not possible. I will see you and greet and pass. Some people will not even greet you. This was a woman that single-handedly, as a single mother, I was shopping for you and your children. But just for you to assist me with payment though, you will come home and call her names. I believe that was one of the reasons that sped to her death, that made her die on time. Because when I call, she would just say, Abba. As if you were waiting for a downfall. We had an agreement for you to take care of her. You did something else. You are a betrayer. You are a betrayer. You betrayed me. Even if you could not do it, I don't mind. You calling her names. Ishegbe. You now went again and told people that were helping me to take care of her not to come. I don't want that. I want to fowó bẹ̀ mí ni lórí ìkíni. Yes. They will have to call me back and be begging. Then I will not tell them my price. If they cannot meet up, then that is it. You, that you were telling me how much you were making in a month. Say, because it's a new shop and it's a new site, go soja. But me, hardly laughing make 7,000. Why you wear 10,000 in a month? And I said, okay, I'll give you 25. And make sure you eat 2 times a day. Shekoto. I will even tell them, let them give you a ride. You were not the one paying driver. The husband said he wanted to drive the children. I said, possible. Because each time the husband he comes to our house to greet, you will follow the driver to go and pick the children. The children that are supposed to come 5:30, they'll be coming 7 kilo day. He said he wanted to see a friend, and so we have to take him there. I said, next time, drop him by the roadside. I don't care. The children that have gone to school, that is 6:37 láàárọ̀. And they still have homework to do. The teachers in Nigeria that will give homework 7, 8. So I'm coming to you people too. Ojú ti rí. Yes, that's why many people are leaving the country, running away. It's not supposed to be like that. But we ourselves, we are the ones snitching on ourselves. We are the ones betraying ourselves. It's not even the government. When I open a company, I put you there. I pay you money. You still want to get bribed before you do the job. If they don't bribe you, you will not do it. What you're supposed to achieve in 3 days, you will elongate it. You will elongate it till for like 6 weeks. Why? God will judge you. That is it. Yes, it's not the government. It's not the government. You will buy this pen. Buy 10 naira in the morning. Nigerian made pen. You buy 10 naira in the morning. By afternoon, they will say it's 12 naira. If you don't buy it immediately, you go like this, you come back and say, oh yeah, muwa out the 14 naira. Now. And you want to gather that money and do a good thing. And you think that thing will last. Kò lè last. Àwa là ń ṣera wa. Mo kó ọjà fún yàn. Sell this thing. I bought it 900. With the shipping and everything, I gave it to you 1,300. That's 400 naira gain. I don't think it's too much. Oh, so now, I brought it to your doorstep. I said, má jẹ́ kó kọjá 1516. I sent somebody to go and ask how much she was selling it. Said 2,500 naira. And you know the funniest thing? I gave her 12 pieces. You now went and bought Nigerian made fake ones. Like 15 of them and put in between. move, oh, people are not buying. People are not buying. I said they should buy it from her. They bought it from her and gave it to me. I went back to her. I said, is this what I gave you? I now brought out my phone that I took pictures of everything. See the labels, everything before I gave to you. She was looking at me. I said, pay me my money. She said, I'm a share estimate you. Yes, that was what she told me. I laughed. Emma Binu, Yapechi, you're not supposed to be hungry. I said, yes, now, because I'm not human. I said, I'm giving it to you. If you're not paying me the full money, you want to give me half money. After spoiling my market, I said, I give it to you. I said, remember, there are some mouths eating out of this thing. That was what I said. And I left. Later, somebody said they saw her doing in the market. Somebody that had a store before. I had to be praying to God. I hope it's not what I said though, because I was angry and frustrated. So that is it. You have to be very careful. Are you loyal? So many people are going through stuff, pain, problems, because of one problem or the other they have put themselves in. Because of so many innocent people that have caused them or that have cried because of them. You've got to be very careful. Don't betray anybody. I know there's no how we can live our lives without having one issue or the other. Sit with yourselves and settle it. Yes, settle. Please. See what is going on. They wake up in the morning, blow up everybody. Going to people's houses to kill them. Anything can happen anytime. Make peace with everybody. That is it. Don't betray anybody. If anybody puts secret in your hand, don't be selfish. Don't, because of your own gain or your own benefits, you break promises. It's not good though. Be very, very careful. I think I have come to the end of today's zone. I've told you what I've written down. I didn't even go through it. That is it. Everything was just popping up, coming on my head. I hope I have not messed you up because I was hungry at a point in time. I have to rant about it. I'm sorry. So, I still remain Olu Abi or Abid Busi. And this is being brought to you by Thoughtful Event. I hope you have enjoyed me tonight. We have a lot of topics coming up. And I know you are going to enjoy it. Right? So, keep fit and stay tuned. Be very careful. Don't be a betrayer. Don't be a betrayer. Don't betray anybody. The Lord will bless you. Thank you so very much for joining today again. Till we come next week. Thank you. El Nino, hope all is well. I'll call you right after. So, thank you so very much. It will help me look and see if we can. Yes, we will continue part 2 by God's grace, and that will be after next week. Hopefully, well, don't let me talk. So I will not be till next week by God's grace. Yes, I have some. Ekiti people don't even betray. So you said, don't go there. Anybody can betray. Any tribe can betray. Don't even go there. Ekiti people are humans too, right? Oyo, Ondo, Ogun, anybody can betray, right? So don't go there. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Ewara tí mò ń tà o, aṣọ là ń tà o, kí ni ìyá aláṣọ ń tà tó yẹ gbàdá ní àbẹ̀wúrẹ́ ń jẹ́ lè sí ni. Ewara sọ ara ń tà sọ ń tà tọkùn tóbi Tomode, tagba, gwelanta. So please, the number to text if you want to buy, I've told you the other time, is 2 + 1 215 501 4151 +1 215 501 4151. Right? Thank you so very much. God bless you. Good night.